Trump is rescinding security clearances. Let's pick another person. Alvin Bragg. Wow, you got some explaining to do, Alvin. Let's listen in.
Has given $27 million in grants to the Tide Center, which is the 501c3, is the fiscal sponsor that gives the 501c3 status to the Black Lives Matter Global Network and to a group called Fair and Just Prosecution, which is basically manages prosecutors who are simultaneously funded by the Open Society Foundation. So they work with Alvin Bragg and Letitia James and all these other.
Now to fact check those claims that you just heard from Republicans. And Daniel, obviously, George Soros is a longtime supporter of Democratic campaigns. That has been true in case after case. But what can you tell us specifically about the relationship between George Soros and Alvin Bragg?
So there is no sign of a personal relationship between Soros and Bragg. A Soros spokesman told me Soros has never once communicated with Bragg in any way, not in person, not on the phone, not even on Zoom. And Soros did not make any donations to Bragg's 2021 election campaign. Soros did, however, Aaron, play an indirect role in that Bragg campaign by making donations to a PAC, Political Action Committee, that supported Bragg. Now, here are the specifics. Soros is, again, a longtime supporter of criminal justice reform and DA candidates promoting that reform. And his spokesman told me that Soros and an affiliated PAC gave $4 million between 2016 and 2022, including $1 million in May 2021, not specifically earmarked in support of Bragg, but $1 million in May 2021, to a racial justice PAC called Color of Change, which, like Soros, also backs reform-minded DA candidates around the country. Now, Color of Change tells me it ended up spending just over $500,000, so not over $1 million, but just over $500,000 in support of that Bragg campaign.
Oldest game in the world, moving money around.
There is a man that works behind the scenes and is one of the main sources of the problem that is going on in this country. His name is George Soros. Now, what I want to know is this man has millions of dollars that he pours into these elections to put these unscrupulous, corrupt DAs in office. What can we do about George Soros, and do you have any idea where he gets all of this money from? Thank you, Mr. Fitton. And
caller, thank you. I presume he earned it legally. He's a wealthy investor. He's made a lot of money in the financial markets, the currency markets and such. And he has a right as a citizen to participate in the public policy process, just as those who oppose his agenda have a right to, highlight how extremist he is in terms of public policy and the policies of the politicians he's been supporting. And Soros and folks around him, and I would encourage anyone who's interested in these issues to recognize that you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a big impact in some of these local races. I think Bragg raised $2 million total for his campaign. Direct contributions, according to the Washington Post, yeah.
And Soros, gave $1 million or so to a PAC that spent the bulk of the money on supporting Bragg.
Color of Change PAC, about $1 billion. I think it got down to $500,000.
Yeah. So, but when even if it's just $500,000, that's a huge percentage of the support for Bragg in his contested primary at that time. So Soros was a key supporter for Bragg, and I think Bragg, as a political official and a public official, should answer for the support he received, given Soros's agenda and his policies. And this is separate and apart from well, maybe it's not, from the Trump issue, because Bragg has been notorious for turning felonies into misdemeanors and taking this kind of soft on crime approach for violent crimes and crimes that really harm the public safety, while throwing the book at Donald Trump, as I said, unpretextually.